everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Course Building Secrets podcast. In this episode, I'm going to talk about what is your problem. All right, so often when people are coming to me to talk about building an online program, really starting to claim their expertise, the biggest place where people struggle is what and how to put their course together, right? Like, so how do you go from being really good at something, maybe helping some customers with it, to turning it into a packaged online experience, right? Because there's a big shift there that needs to happen. And one of the foundational pieces to think about is what problem you're trying to solve. So when you look at your expertise, what you're really excited about, what you're really good at, what you're passionate about, usually people don't have a problem, you know, kind of saying, this is my thing, right? Like, this is what I love to do. This is how I help people, all of the things. The shift happens in like, well, why would somebody pay to learn that from me? Why would somebody pay to have me help them? And there's so many different reasons or so many different answers to that question, but foundationally, the most important answer is, what problem is it that you could help them solve, right? So as you start shifting from like, this is my thing and this is what I'm an expert at, to helping other people, it's really looking at that target market that you are going after, that target audience, and saying, okay, so what problem can I solve for this audience? And then that is the actual sort of focus that you have from there on in. It's not just like, I'm going to teach you all of the things that I know, or I'm going to give you all of the information, or God forbid, I'm going to like literally give you everything that's in my head, right? That's not going to actually lead you to success. Surprisingly, the more focused you can be, in more targeted you can be on what the actual like micro challenge is that person has in order to get to the next phase, in order to get a transformation, in order to get to where they want to go, the more focused you can be, the more successful your program or your approach will be. Sometimes people think that's intuitive, right? Like, if I give them everything, then that demonstrates my knowledge and is more helpful for people. And actually, it's the opposite. It is if you can get that sort of micro result for someone, help them focus in on how to solve that one problem, how to get past that one challenge that they have, that's actually where you're going to be most successful. You may have heard riches are in the niches, right? And that's very, very true. Not only niching down and not helping everyone, right? That's the other challenge that we have, is usually when we say it's for everyone, it's actually for no one, because you're not specific enough. And so you have to fight that need to want to help everyone. You want to help a very specific person solve a very small, very specific problem that they have. And I say small, but it has to be significant, right? It has to be something that they need to solve, not that they just kind of want to solve or they're sort of interested in, right? Those aren't going to be the programs that are going to take off. So as you look at your expertise, the very first thing is, what do you want to focus on, right? You probably are an expert in your topic and you could talk about it for days and weeks and months, and you're so excited about it and you love it, and it's all the things that you want to talk about. But again, it's got to be, now when you look at who it is you want to work with, you need to look at, like, what is the problem that they are trying to solve, not how do I give them all the things, but the problem that they want to solve. Then that problem is where you start focusing in on building your signature framework. So what are the steps that they need to take to solve that problem? And that is where you actually start to frame out what you're going to put in your online program. And then from there, it's how are you going to teach it? How are you going to show up? How are they going to show up? How are you going to get them to that place of transformation, right? So that's sort of the big picture progression of how you go from being an expert to actually having a program that helps people, right? So you can start charging for that. You can start packaging it in a way that gets people a transformation. And the progression starts with, what are you really good at? And then who is it that you can help? And what is that problem that they're trying to solve? And once you identify that problem, going as small as possible, going as specific as possible, and then building your framework, sort of your proprietary methodology, the way that you show up, the way that you look at it and you teach it, is unique, 100% unique, even if the topic isn't unique. The way that you show up and teach it is unique. Your framework, 9 steps, 7 to 9 steps, however you want to do it. And then you take that, and that is then where you can start building an online program to help serve your people. And incidentally, when you create that proprietary methodology, it can be used all over your business, right? It is your method that you use to help people become successful. So you could use it in consulting services. You could use it in a workshop. You can use it in an online program. You can use it in a product. You can use it in, whatever else you can dream of, right? Because it foundationally becomes the way that you help somebody solve that problem. And so definitely use that as you are framing out all of the different parts and pieces of how you help someone. So we'll dive into the specifics of that. But in this podcast, what I wanted to just cover was, how do you get from sort of expert to an online program? What does that look like? And the big picture is what I just mapped out. So if you're new to this game and you're thinking like, well, everybody's, telling me I should package my expertise and I should do something with this, that's how you get from sort of that concept of, I'm gonna create a side hustle, I'm gonna create a business around this, I'm gonna just help people with my expertise. That's how you get there, is you first determine what your expertise is, then you find that audience you want to work with, and then what's the problem that they have that you are uniquely qualified to solve. You identify those things and you are in business. All right, there you go. That is my just small tip for you today.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.